Bill C-9, the so-called Combating Hate Act, passes in Canada, it will literally be illegal to criticize immigration policies in this country. Illegal. This is authoritarianism at our doorstep. It's here. This is it right now. Bill C-9 disallows you from so-called causing hate towards somebody, nationality or ethnic group. So if you come out and you want to criticize the fact that we have allowed 8 million people into this country the past decade, Mark Carney continues to say he wants to allow 1.5 million people in every day of every year moving forward, you are going to go to jail in many cases. Either the Digital Safety Commission with their 10 unelected bureaucrats will be able to put you under house arrest with ankle bracelet, or you will wind up in jail for words. This is 1984. This is Orwell on steroids. The whole point of having free speech, and by the way, this is an aberration. Normally, you were never allowed to speak freely. This is an aberration what we have in Canada right now, and we are losing it. We are losing it with Bill C-9. Bill C-9 will be the end of the ability to speak your mind freely because the Liberal Party of Canada knows their policies are wildly unpopular. They know for a fact that 75% of Canadians say that the immigration levels are way too high. Anybody who has lived in this country for the entirety of their life knows how extremely this country has changed. You see women walking all over the place. You can only see the slits of their eyes. You see fake body bags on our streets, fake blood on people's hands. The most vile chants I've ever heard in my life. This country is transformed beyond belief. And if this is in the past decade and they're going to continue to allow 1.5 million people into the country a year, can you imagine what it's going to be like in 2-3 years? And because the government knows that these policies are so wildly unpopular, rather than reversing course, these globalist scumbags, these tools of the WF, Davos, Brookfield Asset Management, are not saying, oh, we're going to reverse course because we live in a democratic society and our policies are wildly unpopular. No, they're telling us to shut up. They're telling us you cannot criticize us. They're going the authoritarian route. If Bill C-9 is allowed to pass, which, by the way, was tabled by Sean Fraser, the same man who totally ruined our immigration system, then totally ruined housing in Canada, and somehow he screws up immigration royally, he screws up housing royally, and in the liberal modern-day Liberal Party of Canada, that gets him the chief law position in Canada. It's such a joke. This guy who has terrorized Canada for the past decade is now in charge of the law, and he's trying to pass a bill that is more extreme than the so-called Online Safety Act that we have in the UK, where 30 people are getting arrested a day, a total of 12,000 people arrested a year for speech online. That is coming to Canada. If you speak out about the fact that once the population hits 20-25% Muslim, which we're on pace to in the next decade, research, all data points to the fact that your society transforms rapidly and it doesn't go back to what it was. Canada is transforming before our eyes. The values of free expression, of sovereignty that our ancestors fought for valiantly at Vimy Ridge, World War II, are disappearing, and Canadians are so weak that we're allowing them to say, oh, you're a racist, oh, you're a xenophobe. Are you fucking kidding me? Think about what our ancestors fought for. Think about how valiantly they fought. Are we really going to allow this country to slip through our fingers because of some name calling by these woke ideological cowards who, by the way, these people who are cheerleading, allowing hundreds of thousands of Muslims into the country, the funniest thing is that if they were to show up and fly their pride flag in those countries, they would literally either go to jail or be killed. They are know-nothings. They know absolutely nothing about the world. In Michigan, they just banned the pride flag in a Muslim majority county. These woke ideologues who are cheerleading the invasion of Canada, which is what it is, who are cheerleading the invasion of Canada, these are the same people who would either be in jail or thrown off of buildings in the Middle East. Don't listen to them. They are cheerleading their own demise. Once this country transforms and is not going to come back, they are going to be the first ones on the chopping block, but they're too stupid to know it. We need to make noise. Bill C-9, the so-called Combating Hate Act, cannot be allowed to pass. If that bill passes, that is the end of freedom of expression in Canada. That is the end of your ability to criticize our government. And that is the end. We will never be able to stop this immigration to the country if Bill C-9 passes, because they literally want to make it so that Canadians are scared to say anything. That's the whole point. They jail a few people, they jail a percentage of people, and everybody else is afraid to speak their mind. They've already created quite a climate of fear. I don't give a shit. I'm going to speak my mind. Throw me in jail if you want, you cowards, but I'm going to speak my mind. But they've already created such a culture of fear in Canada. We cannot allow to continue down this path. This is 1984. This is George Orwell on steroids. I beg of you, write your MP, make as much noise as possible on social media. Bill C-9 cannot be allowed to pass. It's more extreme than the Online Safety Act. It is the end of freedom of expression in Canada. We need to stop this. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, join, become a member if you'd like to support. This takes a lot of effort to get these videos out every day. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following on YouTube, youtube.com/@FightForCanada2025. Bill C-9, an extremist bill, cannot be allowed to pass. Canadian patriots need to stand up.